Welcome to another episode of Faith and Barbells. My name is Brian Neitch, and I can manipulate my voice. Live from the studios here in San Antonio. You're asking yourself, why am I so close to the camera? Well, I don't know that answer, so you can keep asking all you want. What? Did somebody say man up?
Did I just hear someone use a microaggression?
Just kidding. So anyway, forget the microaggressions you might hear. It's just love from me to you, like the barbell. It's cold hard steel. It loves ya. Anyway, so a little update. I've done 2 ice baths this week. They're fabulous. I'm not joking. Don't get me wrong. They hurt and they are painful, and it never gets easier. I mean, cold. It was 35 degrees outside, and I chunked a bunch of ice in this ice bath and jumped in. Here, let me put some light on me. Is that better? Now you can see me. There, now you can see me. It was ridiculous. But I made it through. Man, I was red. Ooh, everything was like pins and needles. Pins and needles. Hurt like crazy. It hurt like someone was dipping me in ice cold water. I mean, because they were. Anyhow, gosh, I don't recommend that to anyone who can't tolerate pain, because it's not for the weak. But it'll help you, because let me tell you what, every day, every session so far, between my ice baths has been great. I mean, I've been strong. My mental game has been okay. I mean, I'm nothing. I feel great. You should do it. 10 minutes, 5 minutes. I suggest 10 minutes. If you can go 10 minutes, do it. It's more difficult by yourself, definitely. But if you can go, say 10 minutes by yourself or not, at least 5, it's worth it. Just jump in. I mean, really, there's no other way. You just say 1, 2, 3, go, and you jump in. Man, it's like when you start going into that water, it literally takes your breath away. Like your breath it's gone. You have to fight for it. You have to physically try to breathe. And I was thinking about that while I was in there. Man, what if you just got thrown? What if you were running hard? Let's say you were being chased by a zombie. And all of a sudden you just jumped into the super freezing river or lake. I mean, I bet you people die that way. I was a little nervous, but I got through it. So I suggest ice baths. I don't want to do them, but I'm going to do them. I feel like it's a good recovery. I feel like my body's on fire, and then it cools off, and I sleep very well. I slept very well last night, very well. Anyway, so that's 2 ice baths. Also, I've been listening a lot to Stan Efferding and Mark Bell talk about 10-minute walks after you eat. It's pretty simple, right? Take a 10-minute walk right after you eat. You're at a restaurant, walk outside, walk down 5 minutes, turn around, come back. What does that do for you? I'm glad you asked. Man, you're perceptive. You're like, are you a prophet? Come on. Prophet? So it helps with your insulin and your insulin sensitivity, especially right after you eat. You know, your body's all fired up to give you insulin and balance everything out. And it's very good for you to bring your sugar levels down and your insulin levels to the right number. It's lots of studies have shown, according to Stan Efferding, according to Mark Bell, that this helps immensely to bring those levels down. You know, to stop diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and your estrogen production, which is probably out of control if you're a man and if you're overweight. It'll help you bring weight loss, curve overeating. It'll help you increase weight loss when you're dieting. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm in a caloric deficit, losing the fat. So if you want to watch this go away, keep watching. 40 years old. I want to be about 230. I think a healthy weight is about 230, 245. For me, I'm almost 6'3", just a big guy, lots of lean mass, and a lot of non-lean mass. Probably in the around 45 to 50 pounds of unlean fat. Little shout out to Richard Alonzo. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You know what you're talking. You know why. Yes, I am an athlete. So anyway, I'm telling you, the other day I had that big deadlift session. I did power snatches and deadlifts. That was 2 days after my first ice bath. You don't just pick that up. It's working. And so I'm going to add in these 10-minute walks after I eat. So tonight when I'm done, I'm convinced. Also, there's a book by Dr. Stuart McGill called The Back Mechanic. I'm gonna get that book and read it, and I'll do a review of it, right? And I'll let you guys know what it's about. I mean, like what it entails. Did it do good for me? The other one I want to read, I'm reading up on my list here, is The Gift of Injury by Brian Carroll and Dr. McGill, same guy. And that's going to be in order, and I'll review that too and see. I don't have back problems. I really haven't. Only time my back's been stiff a little bit. I heard it twice. When I say heard it, I kind of tweaked it a little bit. Twice. One time I tweaked it bad. Like I couldn't move. I could move. It hurt extremely bad. I literally was laying on the. I gotta cut this off. But I was literally laying on the floor naked in my bathroom. Yeah. Just imagine that. And anyway, I just got up, walked to the bed, laid there. It was about 2-3 days of pain. Saw a chiropractor, he adjusted me, and I just started moving. That's really the main key. Even before reading these books, I already knew. I just over being around sports, being around people and injuries, which I haven't had very many of, but I've had a couple. You want to move. You do not want to just lay around and hope it gets better. You want to move. And so I did that both times. And I was back in the game right away. And I just hit not a PR, but I matched my PR in the deadlift the other day. I feel like I have more in me. I want to get 600. And then I said that about 500. I want to get 600. That's a big number. Not many people can get that number. So I'm going to be there. And then I'm going to try to get my bench up and squat up and, heck, compete in powerlifting. Shout out to David Eisenberg, Rocks Vitamins. He's been kind of, nudging me along. Powerlifter. Powerlifting lives matter. Yes, they do. Everybody does. Everybody matters. We're all from Adam and Eve, Noah, and his family. So we're all a bunch of squad fams. Anyway, so I'll check back in next day or two. We'll see how the weight loss going and the strength is staying. The fat loss is going, I should say, and we'll see about. I'm about to finish up a book, and we'll talk about it then. All right. Stay fit. Keep lifting barbells. All right. Even if it's just 95-pound deadlift, 95-pound clean, 95-pound squat. Just keep lifting. Keep the body, keep the blood flowing, keep the mitochondria working. Keep feeding it some fat and protein, a little bit of carbs. Don't overfeed your body. And always remember, Jesus is Lord.
There you go.